Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. Don't really know what's going on with my hair, but fuck it. It's the end of December. It's the last video of the year. So today, let's talk about the best guitars, or at least the best ones I had the privilege of trying in 2018. These are this year's Aguwards. First up, best unique feature. Call them gimmicks. I prefer the term unique features, but a lot of guitars have distinctive inclusions to help separate themselves from the pack. For 2018, the category of best unique feature goes to Björn Gelotte's Epiphone Jotun Les Paul Custom. Not only is this thing a tone monster, but it's also got a bottle opener on the back to keep you hydrated on stage. Honorable mention goes to the Vola Blaze X. That magic scratch paper finish is unreal. But since it's not the only guitar to have multicolored grain filler, I had to give it to the bottle opener. Next up, biggest bust. Not that kind of bust. Talk about a disappointment. This one goes to the Squier Contemporary Active Jazzmaster. I had such high hopes for this one and it just failed to deliver. The sound from the Squier active pickups was okay, but the quality control on the unit I got was not great, and weird choices like having narrow frets and only 21 of them on a guitar aimed towards metalheads just let it down in my eyes. I was really hoping for it to be an affordable surf green version of the Jim Root Jazzmaster I like so much, but not even close. It's not the worst guitar ever, but there is so much unfulfilled potential there. What could have been a kick-ass mod platform just ended up being completely meh. Honorable, well I guess dishonorable mention goes to the Epiphone / Firebird. I love Epi and the Firebird's a cool shape. The quality just wasn't there. On to the most surprising guitar. On the other end of the spectrum, the most surprising guitar of the year for me was the 2019 Gibson Les Paul Tribute Junior Double Cut. It's a long name. Now normally guitars under $1,000 I look to the import lines from big brands, LTD, Epiphone, PRS SE. Gibson generally doesn't figure into that conversation, but they absolutely nailed it with the Junior Double Cut. There are a lot of guitars that are all flash and no substance, but this guitar is the exact opposite. It's actually kind of cool in its minimalism, but more importantly, with its proper vanilla fragrance satin nitro finish and focus on quality over features, it captures the vibe of a well-made American guitar. I came in expecting mediocrity, and instead what I got was a Gibson without all the unnecessary bells and whistles. Honorable mention goes to the Michael Kelly Burl 50 Ultra. I thought with the Rockfield single coil in the bridge, I would get some pretty decent clean tones, and I got them, but I also got some unexpectedly monstrous rhythm tones for rock. Now for best looking guitar, I'm going with the Vola Ares. This will probably be a controversial choice, especially to those of you with trypophobia, belated trigger warning or whatever, I guess, but that green poplar Burl top. Wow, it's incredible. I said in the video, I'm a little upset that I don't have a better camera to really capture how it looks in person because it is unreal. The honorable mention here was a hard one to call, but it goes to Chapman guitars. Technically, I did not demo a Chapman guitar this year, but I used one for pickup demos, so that's why it's in the honorable mentions. They seem to have really stepped it up with the tops for 2018. I really liked the finish of the ML2 Pro Modern I demoed last year, but the one that I own from the current year is downright gorgeous. I have never seen a top like this on any other guitar. On to best tone. This was a crazy tough category for me to pick a winner. None of the guitars that I had on the channel this year sounded bad. To be fair, with these amps, it's hard to get a bad tone. Cue all the whiny comments about how all guitars sound the same with so much gain anyways. But I have to pick a winner, and it's the LTD Neil Westfall NW44. It only has a single pickup, but that pickup is a bare knuckle aftermath, and it sounds chunky as fuck, especially given the 25.5-inch scale length, which is longer than you'd normally find in an Eclipse. It is just a mean sounding guitar. Honorable mention goes to the Vola Ares. The Duncan Pegasus and Sentient into a 6505 Plus, wow. Absolutely brutal tones. Now for best budget guitar. I'm defining budget as under $300 new, and the guitar that really stood out to me at that price point was the Harley Benton CST 2014. There's a lot of skepticism around Harley Benton. For those prices, can they actually be any good? Well, for budget guitars, in my opinion, they are quickly becoming the gold standard. For 200-ish bucks, the CST 24T looks great, sounds decent, and is built with enough quality to be giggable out of the box. They've somehow managed to sneak in Roswell pickups, a Wilkinson tremolo, and an amazing setup into an inexpensive guitar. I mean, it's a little insane, and they just keep getting better. Honorable mention, almost by default, goes to another Harley Benton. I really didn't try many guitars under 300 bucks this year, but the Harley Benton FanFret 7 Deluxe would have taken the honorable mention anyways. Again, it had really impressive build quality and fretwork, didn't look bad either. It's also one of, if not the absolute best, playing budget FanFret 7-string on the market. The soap bar pickups were kinda trash, but they can be easily replaced. Now for best value, this one was kind of a no-brainer for me. The Agile AL-3200MCC absolutely ran away with this category. Made in Korea, mahogany body, 5-piece maple walnut neck through, real maple cap with a flame maple veneer, Grover tuners, Graphtec tusk nut, and Resimax bridge with string saver saddles. Oh yeah, and the ebony fingerboard has real mother of pearl inlays. All that for $499 US. As far as bang for buck goes, unbelievable. Every time I pick it up, I am just stunned all over again by how much they managed to cram in for the price. Great guitar. Honorable mention goes to the Agile AL-3100MCC with the Floyd. it's another Agile. I'm telling you, the bang for buck is incredible. For 400 bucks, you get the same awesome setup and feature set minus the neck through. Instead, there's a set mahogany neck, but there's also a Floyd Rose special and a great looking black flame finish. And now the most fun. My pick for most fun goes to the Michael Kelly 508. This category is even more subjective than all the others because you can't universally quantify fun. Or can you? No, you can't. The 508 is my first 8-string guitar, and it's actually the first 8-string I've ever played. It challenged me, I was completely out of my comfort zone, and it was stupid amounts of fun. Honorable mention goes to the Harley Benton FanFret 7. I don't play 7 strings all that often, it was my first FanFret, and the setup was perfect, so even though it didn't sound the best, it was a ton of fun to play. And the last category, this is the big one, best overall guitar for 2018. This is gonna be a controversial call, but I don't care, this is my list. And for my pick of the top guitar that I tried in 2018, I'm going with the Gibson The Paul 40th Anniversary Reissue. Out of all the guitars I tried this year, that was my absolute favorite. The all walnut construction, the thin beveled body, it had so much personality. Every time I looked at it, I felt inspired to pick it up, and it felt great to play. It was a great example of what I would personally love to see more of from Gibson, a relatively inexpensive reissue pulling on some of the more unique and obscure cult favorites from their long history with a firm emphasis on quality. I demo a ton of guitars, a ton of really good guitars, and this one stood out above all of them as the absolute most satisfying to play. It's hard to choose an honorable mention for this category because, to be honest, in 2018, we're pretty spoiled. We have $200 guitars that are giggable right out of the box, and generally any guitar with a price tag over $800 is going to be very, very good. But two, that in addition to the build quality and the high-end components, also had a tremendous amount of personality to match, were the Björn Gelotte Les Paul from Epiphone and the now sadly discontinued Chris Robertson PRS SE. Both these guitars were impressive, not only on the spec sheet, but also proved that more often than not, the best guitars are more than just the sum of their parts. So those are my picks for the 2018 Aguwards. Let me know what you think below. Agree, disagree? I'm expecting a ton of comments telling me I'm wrong for having my pick for top overall being a Gibson, but that's okay. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with what I'm doing over the break. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next year.